and welcome to a prologue to this year's Thanksgiving episode. And it's going to have to be the episode. I'm taking it on faith that I can build something out of this. Now, of course, that usually means me doing some sort of greatest hits sort of thing, some sort of retrospective. And just nothing was interesting me this year. And I feel like I'm entering the point where I'm just going to be repeating myself a whole lot. The only thing that really looked like it had any potential was doing a second round of earworms, catchiest tunes to appear on archive. Having said that, I'm going to wait till next year to do that, because the first episode I did on that rounded up the first 7 years of archive. If I wait one more year here, it'll round up the second 7 years. So give it an equal amount of time, plus just another year for me to hopefully accrue some earworms. But anyway, so yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and build a Thanksgiving banquet, if you will, just to force a concept on this, out of 8 open reel half-inch videotapes. So this is going to be Random Video Reel-to-Reel Volume 2. Again, assuming that there's stuff on here. I'm in real trouble if these are all blanks or something. But anyway, yeah, I've got 8 tapes that I want to cover, and only 2 of them are marked. And I should note, this is a prologue because I am shooting this appropriately first thing Monday morning. I have not cleaned or lubed or baked any of these tapes yet. I have done nothing. But I figured maybe you'd want to see what the contenders are, because obviously they are not all going to make the cut for the video. So this first one is a V32 1-hour Sony tape. And I haven't bothered to so much as wipe it off, so it's got plenty of dust on it, and you can see where I've kind of stuck my fingers at times on this. But I'm going to say the odds of this appearing in the episode are pretty low, because what we have here, if it's marked correctly, is the first 2 episodes of Music Is, which I've covered before. But yeah, you can tell this got some use. The tape itself is a bit mangled. But anyway, Music Is was a short-run series designed to introduce grade school kids to music, just different types of music, what it's supposed to evoke, and that sort of thing. So not necessarily learning to read it or play it or anything. But yeah, on another one of these videos, I've done episode 2, and it's okay. It's from the late 70s. It's a little slow at times, and it's cheesy, but it's engaging for the most part, so I'm good with it. And the whole series, as of the episode I did a few years ago, all of this is on archive.org, or at least was at the time, in color. I've only got a black and white machine, so it's just going to be better served there. But nonetheless, this has a really weird, uneven wind to it, and so I'm working on other tapes. I might as well throw this one in and at least try and set it right. And then, of course, check to see if that is indeed what is on here and it didn't get recorded over at some point. So then I've got 3 of these 5-inch half-hour tapes, all from Scotch, and 2 of them have these horrible snap button cases, which are starting to go at this point. But I think we can safely say this one's been used. It's not marked. None of the Scotches are. But yeah, it's got a little bit of mangling going on there. Although whoever worked with this did a nice job with it, as far as I can tell. But yeah, there's one. And I should note, it's always hard to tell with these Scotch ones if they're used or not. It could have a totally clean end, but they always look beaten up. They all have some level of kind of a sandpaper texture to them, but it's not on purpose, and these things get really scratched up from going in and out of the leatherette pouch that they all came in. So it's anyone's guess here. So here's number 2. I'm going to guess this only ever got recorded on once. It does have a few little rumples on the tail of the tape there, so this was on a machine at some point. So yeah, hopefully something interesting on there. And then this is the one that unnerves me a bit. So if I'm not positive, but I think this is the first generation Scotch tape, and complete with a little bit of advertising and just, horn tooting your own horn on it. These were Velcro case initially, But this one is absolutely clean. No sign of it ever being on a machine. So I fear that the one that could potentially take us the farthest back is one that never got used at all. Otherwise, my remaining 4 tapes are the ones that truly scare me. So these are all Memorex tapes, and they all come in these kind of pseudo suitcase things. And 3 of them are just marked as 1, 2, and 3. And indeed, these were meant to sit in a vault somewhere. But anyway, Memorex loved to plug that these were color. Now, you can use a half-inch videotape for black and white or color. It does not matter. As far as I know, one brand is no better than the other. But yeah, my fear is that this got used on some esoteric one-off format, like something that Panasonic had one. But anyway, let me turn this right. They're all marked the same way. And it's just this real basic number 1, and then it's got some tape counter marks on there. So these did get used at some point, and you can tell this has got a little bit of mold on it. It's not terrible. But yeah, my fear is this is some weird esoteric one-off. And if it's just got tape number markings on it, it could very well be part of a work print, some sort of work in progress deal. But anyway, yeah, there's number 2, number 3, they're all the same. And then this 4th one here, this is the only other properly marked one, Second Effort. And if this is indeed correct, the sports stuff has just been following me around lately. This is the moldiest one of the lot, but yeah, Second Effort is apparently the name of it, if I can make my camera focus on it. But Vince Lombardi. So this sports stuff just has been following me around lately. So yeah, I'm going to guess this is a work print of something, some mini documentary or something that aired on TV. Obviously, you can see they're not using the entire reel. They chopped off the excess. So I'm going to guess, yeah, this is either a work print or the final copy of whatever. This one's marked a little differently, but this is a little later. So it's got the silver Memorex Chroma label, if you will, which isn't even really quite a label. It's actually, it feels like actual metal or some sort of pseudo metal based, certainly. But yeah, those are the 8 tapes that I'm going to clean and lube and bake. I'm going to clean them all today. I'm probably only going to be able to bake half of them at 8 hours, and I'll have to bake the rest of them tomorrow. And then, yeah, start on an episode, and we'll just pray that we have something to munch on for Thanksgiving this year. Let's get started. All right, I haven't done this in a couple of years now. Hopefully I can still pull it off. For starters, we'll do the Music Is tape, and this will be the only one that I actually shoot. And yeah, just to show that there is a process here, but all standard rules will apply. Since a good chunk of these tapes have some mold, I'll wear a mask. I'll be using some high-grade isopropyl alcohol for the play side, and then the back side will get probably a fairly generous dose of dry lube, self-contradictory as that sounds. So yeah, let's see if I can still do this. I'm going to give this just a touch extra lube on it. Still seems a little wonky. And then I'll clean up the take-up reel, and this one should be ready for baking. And there we are. I'm going to call that one good for baking. I'll give the Take Up Reel a quick little alcohol wipe down, and this is where the camera is going to go off so I can focus on what I'm doing. But yeah, just a little refresher on how all this works.